Now this 4x8 work table that I have comes in really handy in the shop. It has plenty of room to spread stuff out, and unfortunately, plenty of room to just pile parts and projects that haven't been finished. But let's face it, every shop needs a place to just pile the stuff that's in progress, and horizontal surfaces are always going to pick up quite the accumulation of extra stuff. But it does have a couple of problems. One, it's high, which is nice when you're doing a sketch for a full-size layout, or if you're welding, it's kind of nice to not have to bend over, don't have to sit in a stool, although you could. But for doing assembly work and any kind of forging or shaping, that height makes it a little bit more difficult. It's just a little bit too high to work on conveniently, especially if you're trying to set rivets and things like that. The other problem it has is you can't walk all the way around it, and really, I can use about 3 feet of this table because it's up against the wall and I can't get to that backside. It also doesn't fit tight up against the wall because it's bigger than my post spacing, so it bumps into the posts that hold the shop up before it actually bumps into the wall. So that means things get pushed off the backside sometimes, and they're a real pain to have to get under the table and try and fish things back out. So this table is not ideal. Now for a few years I've been thinking about replacing this table with something a little bit smaller, maybe something 3x6, which for 90% of the work I do would be plenty big enough. I almost never need the full 4 feet, almost never need the 8-foot length, but there are some upcoming projects that I think I will need that extra length. I've got a gate project that I want to work on, just something for me, it's not for a customer, but it really will need a table about this size. So I hate getting rid of this table. One of the things I thought about putting in its place was a platen table, and I found one on eBay the other day. It was a 3-foot by 6-foot platen table, really big, heavy old table. Unfortunately not in the best of shape. It had a big chunk missing out of one side of it. But it wouldn't have been bad, other than the fact that I lose the 4x8 table. 4x8 table would have to go outside somewhere. I could still use it outside, but let's face it, in the winter, do I really want to work outside? And in the summer, when we're under high fire danger in our area, welding or using a torch outside simply isn't a practical option. So I kind of hate giving up this table, but I would like a lower, heavier table to work around, and I would still really like to have a platen table. Unfortunately, it's too heavy for my skid steer to lift, which is the only heavy lifting equipment I have. It was going to weigh right at 2,000 pounds, and my skid steer just won't lift that much. So I was going to have to borrow a buddy's gantry crane, or we're going to have to bring it over, set it up. The driveway is covered with snow and ice, which means that probably wasn't going to be a very stable or safe situation, and no amount of equipment or saving money is worth getting somebody hurt over. So I was really a little leery. The only place that table would fit, that 3x6, was going to be right here, without rearranging the entire shop anyways. And then I was still going to have to build a stand for it, figure out how to lift it up on the stand, get it into the shop, and then get it brought into here. So I went back to looking at an option that I have been looking at for several years. Really would be just the right thing in this shop. I think it solves some of the problems I have with size and spacing, being able to work around the table when I need to work around it. And I think it's going to be the ideal solution. And it should be here any minute now. So I need to go meet the truck and unload the thing and get it brought up here. Then we'll talk about it a little bit more. Deliveries like this always come in a tractor trailer, and this road is just not a very good road to drive a tractor trailer up, and it's really difficult to get turned around at our place and get back out of here. So I always come down and meet them just off of the highway. A lot easier for them, and really a much better situation because we don't have to worry about a truck stuck in the mud up at our place.
Oh, that was perfect timing. Yeah, it was.
That's less than a half a mile from our place, so it's really a whole lot easier and a whole lot safer to meet the trucks down there on the paved road instead of trying to squirrel around in the mud up at our place. Of course, I still got to get this thing in the shop, and the tabletop has to get put on the stand. Yeah, at least strap down with steel straps. The little corner plates, once it's in place, it's never moving anyways.
Right.
Well, this is a much bigger pain than I thought it was going to be.
Well,
The unlevel brick floor doesn't help. Okay, now we only got two.
oh,
Want to keep going? Okay, we're going to have to stop there.
yeah.
We're going to have to turn
Let's
it.
see if I can get this
Can you
one
get that
over.
one under there?
You know, get the jack if need be. Oh yeah. But it's not on there.
Look good?
Well, that's looking pretty sober.
Okay, made it. Look at that. Well, these machinery skates seemed like such a great idea at the time, but the irregularities in this brick floor leaves little hollow spots, and every time one of these hit a hollow spot, you just went on without it, and we must have put these back 2 or 3 dozen times, so it was kind of a pain. Now, I looked on YouTube trying to find a video on how you might move something like this that doesn't have a solid base. Things with a solid base, you just put on pipe rollers. They move just fine on this brick floor. I never really found anything, but this morning, after we moved the table, I discovered a video from Essential Craftsman about 3 years ago. He got a platen table and moved it into his shop. He put the legs up on some I-beams, turned the I-beams on the side, so he put the legs down inside the flange where they couldn't slide off the sides. And that allowed him to move the I-beams on the pipe rollers, which looks like it made a lot more sense to me. And the table he got was 5,000 pounds. This one weighs about 1,200 pounds with the stand, which is one of the reasons I went with the new table, because I could get one that was light enough for the skid steer to lift. It was going to be safer to get in here. We were going to have to figure out a way to transfer from a gantry crane getting it up on the stand, because there just isn't room to roll a gantry crane into this small shop. So I think this is the ideal table. That one on eBay was like 4.5 inches thick at the holes. This one's only 1.5 inches thick at the holes. It's a little lighter, but it does have cast iron ribbing running in a grid pattern under here to help stiffen it. But also because it's new, it's in way better shape. The holes aren't all broken down. There's not a chip missing off the edge. It's not all rusty, and it's still true and flat. That other table looks like it had been ground on and worked on so much it had a lot of little hollow spots in it. So I think this is going to be a much better table for me, even if it was considerably more expensive. And no, Weldsale is not sponsoring me. They didn't send me the table. They got no idea who I am. They probably don't have any clue that I do YouTube videos. I paid full price for the table, full price for shipping, so it's certainly not a sponsored video. So what are some of the other reasons I went with this particular table? This one is 30 inches by 60 inches, so 2.5 feet by 5 feet, and that fits in this space where you see me now. If I'd gone with anything bigger, it would have had to replace the older welding table, and I really didn't want to have to replace that table. It still has a lot of good use, and I'm going to use it a lot of the ways I have. This is actually going to be used more for hot work and bending big bars, doing that kind of stuff. So this is going to be more of a useful forging table. The other one will still be a layout table, and both of them will get used for assembly depending on what kind of a project I'm working on. But because this fits here, and because it's not too big, if I'd put something bigger in here, it would not allow me to walk around this. I've got almost 2 feet on this side to the quench tank and to the regulator for the gas forge. On this side where I'll walk through most of the time, coming from this side of the shop and the other bench and the other tools, things like that, I have a little over 2 feet, and this is plenty of room to walk through. Over here it's about 30 inches. And this big table, I can still get pushed back. If I cut some notches out of the back corners where those 6x6 posts are, I can actually push this up against the wall and get about another 3 inches without doing any other modifications to the building or the table, and I don't think that's going to hurt its usability any. So at some point when I move that out so I can finish the brick floor, then I'll cut those notches. And that'll give me just a hair more space through that walkway. I did take some time this morning to make some pins for this that you can use it for as bending forks, things like that. And these just come in handy. You can buy these from the people that sell platen tables, and they're probably available used online, but I figure if I can forge them, why not forge them? They still need a little bit cleanup and grinding. In fact, they're still too hot to hold on to without the hot mill gloves. I also took some time to take some 2-inch tubing, which was the only tubing I could find that was close. It seemed like it was either 1.5 inches or 2 inch, and I couldn't find 1 3/4 inches. But I forged this down under the power hammer to 1 3/4 inches, and then I've got this heavy walled round tubing. This will fit in there, so I'll cut this into sections, weld it onto this, and this gives me round pins that I can bend things around. And these did come in handy as I was working on holdfasts for this. Holdfasts are a very common way to hold material down to a table like this. So having these pins to bend the holdfast around was nice. Table didn't budge an inch, even though I was putting quite a bit of leverage on here. Something else that's available for tables like this are clamps of this nature. This is one I use over at the anvil, and it goes in my hardy hole. But you can get these with an 1 3/4 inch round that'll go in the 1 3/4 inch holes on the tabletop. Don't know if I'll buy any of those or not. If the holdfast work, that's probably all I really need for this. Now, platen tables are cast iron, and they are machined to be nearly perfectly flat, which leaves a raw finish on the top that will absolutely rust. And today it's a little foggy out, so it's a day that it very easily could start to pick up a little bit of rust. Most of the old ones are really rusty, but coincidentally, Zach over at ZH Fabrications sent me a can of Shop Shepherd shop oil for tools, anvils, hardware, machinery. Cleans, lubricates, and protects. So I will put some of this on here and see how it does. I don't know if this is in production yet or if it's something he's still working on. He said he just wanted me to try it out and get my thoughts on it. So I'm going to try it out. I'll let him know my thoughts, but if you look at the ZH Fabrication website, he might have this for sale. And again, he's not sponsoring the video. He just sent me a can of oil. Now, my intent here certainly is not to encourage you to go out and buy a platen table, but for me, investing in tools like this is an investment in opportunities, an investment in creative ideas. This will allow me to do some things that I probably wouldn't do otherwise, even though you might be able to do it on the floor, or weld jigs to the big table instead of using the holes in the platen table. Lots of ways to work around these things. But I think this is going to be really nice to have in the shop, something I've wanted in here for many years. And I'm really glad that the holiday sales at the end of last year, thank you Etsy customers, gave me enough money that I could go ahead and splurge and buy this table. we'll certainly be seeing this in upcoming videos. In the meantime, I hope you have time in your day to get out to your shop, make something, stay safe, wear your safety glasses. We'll see you for the next one.